welcome, and hello. This is Total Spotfest. I really gotta find a way to new jack that. You're right, Austin. I feel like it's such a sharp cutoff. Just like done with music. Go. This is Total Spotfest. That's Jamie. I am JJ. That's Austin Reddick. We are coming back at you. Gonna talk about some wrestling, not football. Although we're almost done with football. We could feel. I'm just glad the national championship game was competitive. Let me put it that way.
The last 20 minutes of play were competitive. It was kind of mid up until then, but that fourth quarter was outstanding.
Ooh, it was kind of like a Bears game, man. Were your emotions just on a roller coaster on Saturday?
They were not, only because I figured it was much more likely than not that the Bears were going to lose that game. Getting to the divisional round was overachieving for them this year. So they were playing with house money. It was looking rough for a while. They did their fourth quarter Bears thing. That throw to get into overtime was outstanding. I wish they would have gone for 2 at the end of the game, though. I did not have faith in them in overtime. I wanted them to win it or lose it right there. But either way, great season. They overachieved. They made it competitive. But to me, the NFL is now done until September. I do not care about any of the teams remaining. I will be traveling during the Super Bowl itself, coming back from a work thing, so I probably will not.
But, yeah. All I know is we officially 100% know that Josh Allen will never be a porn star. He chokes too much.
Good. As I said, since he got me eliminated in the finals of Total Fantasy League, I want nothing but bad things to happen to Josh Allen for the eternity of his football career. I never want him to win anything.
You
get it. It's fine because he's got a baby on the way, but yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's gonna have that. He does have his like movie star wife and a baby on the way. But
specifically on the football field, outside of the football field, I hope he has a happy, healthy life. But on the field, I hope he only loses forever.
I've heard he's lovely. He built a wing at the fucking hospital in Buffalo and put it in his grandmother's name, for God's sake. I mean, he's a bit of an angel, really. And to be fair, he got what he deserved from Austin Reddick. I mean, his coach is gone. Did you guys hear that part of the reason that Tom McDermott got fired is because of Josh Allen's tears? I am not making that up.
I did not hear that.
I did not hear that either.
Yeah. So I saw a clip on ESPN. They were talking about apparently the GM and the new president were talking. Wild, crazy stuff they were going on. They said that the reason he got fired was his performance in the Denver game, the attitude of the disappointment of the players after the game, and Josh Allen's crying in the locker room. I am not making this up. So we want to know in chat, have you ever cried somebody out of a job? I'd really love to hear that. That's my question of the day.
I don't think I
can say I have not, for sure.
I mean, there's been some crying around Vince McMahon back at the old, WWE headquarters, but that was a different sort of.
I think I've made people cry.
Clint.
Speaking of people I've
made cry. Hello.
What's up, Clint?
Whoa. Well, anyway, this is Total Spotfest. Sorry there. That's our weekly divergent into football. We got a couple more weeks left for those of you who are like, what the fuck are these guys going on? A couple more weeks left. Bear with us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell icon so you know when we go live, like we did last Thursday. Just throwing that out there if you haven't already seen. Jamie and I still rocking the pre-show for Fountain City Pro. Also, give us a big thumbs up while you're down there. It helps us quite a bit. Follow us on them internets at Total Spotfest. Fountain City Pro was a good time. I enjoyed the different setup. The show was kind of, a lot of it was what we'd seen before, Jamie, but it was nice to be in a new atmosphere. It had a new vibe to it, which I thought was good. Different vibes are going to be good for them moving forward, I feel.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a very enjoyable show. Oh, I mean, any show that I feel like we go to, we always find a way to have a good time. I think even the time we went to KCXW, we found a way to have a really good time when we were there.
We had really good tamales though.
We did. That was the piece, right? See, we found a way. But no, like this show was solid. Like, yeah, we've seen this, but you have a lot of restrictions when you have to deal with Missouri's athletic commission, which I will not get into for the 100th time. But think if
just
you
watch the replay of our pre-show. You get the full rendition there.
Yes, it was quite magical. I felt very proud of that. Very proud.
Still haven't gotten my burger.
Still waiting.
I'm not going there. Austin, of course, was not there because he was on his en route to the fabled January Triple L show. How was travel to and from Denver?
Travel was great because we flew this time.
Oh yeah.
About a month out, I looked at plane tickets. I was like, it is very reasonable. We are just going to fly to the show because without fail, every year we drive, we get stuck in a blizzard coming back, and it takes 3 extra hours. So we flew. There was no snow, but it was a week off because it's coming this weekend. But we actually could have drove. But I'm so glad we flew. We got to go to the official after party because Triple L was sponsored by Jameson Irish Whiskey. So they had an after party down the street.
That's a win right there.
It was a bit odd. This bar, which was 2 blocks from the venue, so we walked over there. But the bar closed at midnight, which was weird for a Friday in the outskirts of downtown Denver.
Yeah,
that was odd because like we didn't get out. We didn't walk over there till about 11:30. We walked in the door. They're like, last call. We close at midnight. So we got a drink, and then we walked back to the theater, had another drink or two in there. I met some random guy that was there with someone else, and we talked about Alf the Muppets and the Lord of the Rings for like an hour. It was a good time. Got up, flew back on Saturday. Nice, easy travel. No complaints at all.
I can't get over it. Close at midnight. We have been to that area, Jamie. That's not a. It doesn't seem. It seems like a night spot. It seems like a hip area. It's weird.
There's across the street from this bar is a place called Atomic Cowboy and Fat Sully's. It's like 2 businesses in one. Fat Sully's is a pizza place. Atomic Cowboy's
the biscuit place, right? Oh no.
They do biscuits in the morning, but they're also the bar, and they are open till 2 a.m. across the street. So I don't know why this place goes at midnight. It was packed in there. We walked in too. Like they are leaving money on the table, but
that's weird.
I don't set the hours. I just abide by them and drink when I'm allowed to.
Hey, to each their own. To each their own. Well, more stuff coming. We don't know what Found City's doing in the near future, and Austin's just a couple months away from moving across the country. So, we will see about more local shows. And I know that the Hutchison or the Salinas show had to get canceled for HCW. The next Wichita show is coming up here. Is it
January 31st?
Yeah, next week.
Yep. Which luckily that wasn't this weekend, or that would be canceled as well because ton of snow getting dumped on about 2/3 of the country coming up. But
snow and ice and everything nice. Speaking of things that are nice, I don't know if you saw the pre-show, but there's a new addition to my repertoire. Finally in my possession, Austin. Look at this. Look what was returned to me from the tyrant.
You're gonna be only holding on to it for 4 more days.
We don't know. No, son. No.
Oh, okay. Like any 3 of us have
4 more days.
No, wait, isn't the Rumble next weekend?
Rumble's on the 31st. Rumble's the same day as HCW.
Saturday night's main events this weekend.
Oh yeah. Either way, like any of us have a shot of winning this damn thing.
We'll see.
Let's be real.
Rumble, but there's not that many matches, so it could be a multiple way tie and just come down to a tiebreaker.
We know it's going to come down to a tiebreaker. It usually does, and because we always do the same thing, right? We always do the final 4, the winner of each. So that gives you a total of 10 points there, plus the 2 other matches they're going to have. potentially matches. I'm talking like I know what's going to happen. I haven't watched WWE God knows how long. So you're more likely than right. But hey, we shall see. All right. Let's talk AEW. That's what we're here for.
I'm for it.
Dynamite in Orlando tonight, and preemptive taping of the collision that's not going to be happening in Dallas this weekend because they're going to get frozen. So there was kind of a theme of the night, boys, and that theme was, who wants a shot MJF? Step up to the plate. I did check out Twitter after this thing, and one of the things I did see, someone put a 4-screen shot together of all the times that MJF was watching people who are potentially challengers for him on the TV in the back or from the stands. Lots of, I don't want to call this filler story, but this feels like a lot of filler story.
The entire episode felt like a lot of filler story.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Which, again, I've long maintained AEW's floor is a very fun 2 hours of pro wrestling on a Wednesday night. And once again, they check that box. Perfectly enjoyable show. But as I said last week, like, it doesn't seem like there's really anything important going on. It's just 2 hours of wrestling on a Wednesday night right now.
See, I'd like to disagree there just a little.
Ooh, you're allowed to be wrong.
No, just a little. Sorry.
Oh, God, but
I'm getting over a cold. But they did progress some storylines further along. They are starting to develop a few things. Yes, we are getting a match between Willow and what's her name?
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart. Thank you. We already know how that's going to end. Cool. Okay. But we're progressing other things. Kenny Omega's story is getting further along. The Death Rider story is definitely moving along. And when I say that, Jon Moxley is definitely moving along. And we got a lot to talk about there because that was probably my match of the night, gentlemen. And there was a Kenny Omega match on today's docket. The women, there's little things like they're planting seeds. And yes, was today a filler? Absolutely agree. But it had some context as long as you look for it. The horror movie fan and myself always finds little nuggets because it always pays off later. That's where we are.
But see, okay. The problem is that they are only planting seeds right now. And you want to be planting some seeds and harvesting others at any given time. Yeah. And we're missing the back half of that.
Well, I think the danger they run into is, and no fault of their own, and please don't go to remedy this, Tony Khan, because we know you listen to our show, but they don't have a pay-per-view until March, right? So they're making these 2 months count, but in a way that the long strokes pay off big in March, right? You know, I kind of agree with a good amount of what Jamie said there. I like the fact that you're putting those seeds and you're doing things, you're advancing some stuff, because if not, why bother for the next 2 months even tuning in on Wednesday? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need stakes, you know? Someone says steak.
The MJF thing, I love it because you can heat up any of those guys at any given point and all of us would be fine.
Okay.
And do any of them have a realistic opportunity to take that belt off of them at Revolution? Probably not. But that's not the point.
Yeah. So they start with Brody King. Well, started with the best MJF doing a straight rip off of Ric Flair. Okay. And then like pretty straight to begin with. And then Brody King comes out, scares him a little bit, does that whole thing, right? And then you're going to see him throughout the night. So you have a real quick promo from your new, shockingly, surprisingly new Trios champions, Hangman and Jet Speed. Looking for new names. I'm big on Horsecock. I think that should be it.
There was one that came from the internet, and it was Air Horse One, and I wish they'd go. With
okay.
Yes, Air Horse One. That's my vote.
All right, I'm with you there. And, and both members of Jet Speed have matches tonight. Hanger's got a match on Collision. Okay, so they go right into it. Samoa Joe versus Speedball Mike Bailey, with everybody's favorite run-in from the outside of Hook. You had the return tonight too of full heel Taz on commentary.
Love it. I love that he's back. At least he can do something right. He's the son's the shits.
So our group text, and mind you, so I was running a little late because I had stopped to get some. I stopped and got some dinner on my way home from work, and Jamie's dryer's done.
Yeah, can you hear it? Did they pick it up?
I heard that.
Oh, absolutely, we heard it.
That's so great. I was vibing out to it. That's even better. Well, I was like,
I have
fine.
I have LGs behind this door here. I know that sound very well.
Brand new LGs for the wife. She only gets the best.
There you go. But no, our group chat. So I was a little bit behind on. I had to get caught up on the show, but these two are just digging into it. But Hook is so bad. He is so bad.
Yeah, they panned right over when he's kicking Mike Bailey and whiffs 4 consecutive times. And it's like from here to here. It's not even close. It's like, yeah, that's what everybody wants to see on TV.
Well,
right there.
At least he's safe, Austin.
I wish Hobbs would have took Hook with him over to WWE.
Yes.
Just take him elsewhere where I don't have to watch.
Put him anywhere. Put him on TNA. We'll put a pin in that.
Yeah, he would excel over there.
My personal favorite from Hook is when they go to throw him back in the ring and he just misses holding half of him, and Katsuyori just kind of throws him into the rail or into the apron, and it's like, come on, man.
Like,
you've one job.
Hook's been around for what, like 5 years now? He's not new anymore. Now he's just bad.
He's fetch, dude. I'm gonna die on that hill. He is fetch, and it's not gonna happen, guys. Quit trying to make fetch happen.
He does help Mojo get the victory. So there's that.
In spite of himself.
In spite of, right. But then the show does pick up quite a bit, moves into Jamie's match of the night, and you
gotta admit that was a banger of a match.
It's kind of hard for me not to put it up there because you know my proclivities. But the Death Riders versus Don Callis family, right? They've had this little affront going, which I know Austin has some words about the whole heel versus heel stuff here, but you had made mention, Jamie, about moving along, specifically the Moxley storyline. I assume you're talking about the break from the Death Riders, right?
No.
Okay, you're talking about Moxley versus Okada.
100%.
Okay.
That was very well done by him. It was perfect. At the end of that match, it's like, tell your boy he knows where to find me. It's like, come on, man. Like, I want this on pay-per-view for 25 minutes. 25 minutes,
yeah.
I want this match.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No blood needed. Just, I want New Japan Okada against Prime Moxley for 25 minutes.
Wouldn't be sad about that.
It's hard to say no to that. I mean,
wear 2 pair of underwear.
I do love the unified front of the Death Riders. Okay, going up the ramp there with Yuta. Out comes Pac using his canes and then presenting one cane for a leaping Claudio to wallop him with. Marina Shafir is by far my MVP. That's why she's the thumbnail tonight, because I just had to. But going up there and fighting Lance Archer in the middle of the match, it's so good, so good. And then, of course, the board with
her.
Yes, and of course, Austin. I mean, there's a board with tacks and glass and barbed wire. I'm sold. I'm done.
It's got to be. There's got to be.
And there's this.
But wait.
I want to make sure Moxley doesn't go through a table, Maria Shafir. I got this. I'm going to hold down Lance Archer. Oh, you hit Lance Archer. Guess what? Mox is still going through that damn table. Every damn spot. He took every spot.
I think my favorite part of the match was the little speaker on the stage that was rigged to shoot pyro when Claudio hit Lance Archer's head on it.
Yeah. I mean, that is classic wrestling trope right there. I mean, let's just be real. That is
old tricks are still the best tricks, man.
I know. I mean, that brought me straight back to Nitro. No cap. Desiree do get the victory. You do get the little call out, with Mox getting up there in Don Callis' face, calling out Okada. And then you get more call outs after this, to you guys' point as well, Jamie. Triangle of Madness. Well, your microphone is super sensitive tonight.
Yeah, that was my wife washing a dish in the kitchen.
Oh, that was your microphone.
That wasn't Jamie's washer. That was on my end.
Well, there's a bathroom around the corner from where he is. That's why I thought it was.
I got you.
So you have two call outs there. All right. Second part of the promo, you got Julia Hart won her shot against Willow. We just talked about that, but the whole thing begins with Tekla. And yes, I'm a stand for Tekla, but I don't care. I'm going for it, man. She is digging in to Chris Statlander and challenged her to a title shot next week. Is this too soon?
Not if Tekla wins that title, as she absolutely should next week. It's not soon enough, because this whole promo was set up by a not great Statlander promo from Collision. The whole point of which was, okay, Tekla, you pinned me in that 6-man tag. What are you going to do about it? What do you mean? What are you going to do about it? Like, just
she pinned you.
Yeah, she pinned you, and she starts promo by saying she's looking to defend that title for everyone that's held it before. Like, just challenge her to the match right there. Just say, I'm not scared of you. Let's do this. No, it was, what are you going to do about it, in a not great Chris Statlander promo, which let's move that title next week. Tekla had a phenomenal promo tonight. Tekla can talk. Tekla can work. Tekla needs to be the women's champion.
Tekla is that kind of crazy that drives men wild. You know what I mean? Like, I know it drives JJ wild, but like, she talks the talk. She's just got that aura about her, as the kids say. She's got it. And I think if they don't move the belt off of Stat next week, they are doing Tekla a complete disservice.
Oh God, yes.
I feel like they've almost put themselves in a corner with it because of how they're building up Tekla. Like, it just makes too much damn sense. Too much sense. And I will be right here with you guys celebrating next week.
Here's hoping. I mean, yes, Tekla is one of those women that can ruin my life. Yes, 100%. Yes, I will let you ruin my life. Let's go. I felt like the story was meant to be a longer one, but I'm with you guys on this. I mean, especially what Austin said. It's your champion has promoted herself into a corner, the likes of which we haven't seen since, I don't know, Wardlow. It's it's time to move that belt there. Of course, a little bit later on, you do get a Statlander and the Babes of Wrath promo where they all accept, and don't worry, Holly Cameron's going to be there doing something. She is such a national treasure.
That's all we need. We're good.
Hopefully it's something puppet related. Be down for that.
Yeah, absolutely. But then you have a debut, the newest members of AEW, Alec Price and Jordan Oliver. I know you wanted me to say something else, but no, that's not who was on tonight. It was
the GCW boys.
Yeah, which I like it. I've seen them before. I like them. I feel like nobody else outside of like those who are like really into indie wrestling knows who the hell they are. So maybe Collision's a better avenue for them. Just saying. But
ROH.
Yeah, maybe Ring of Honor is a better avenue.
Ring of Honor is technically probably the best, but they get their debut tonight against FTR. Have you guys gone to helpbigstoke.com yet? Jamie's going right now.
I've seen the page that pops up.
It is. I'm going there.
I'm experiencing it live right now. Helpbigstoke.com. Help Big Stoke. Big Stoke needs your help. He's been a victim of multiple assaults and unbridled hate. As a result, Big Stoke finds himself in a situation no one should face. Would you find the heart to help? How your donations are used. Information coming soon. Donations. He's already got $1 million in donations, dude. That's so great. Help Big Stoke. I'm clicking on the donate now. Oops, something went wrong. Other ways to help. Stokely Hathaway T. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of T's. That's so great.
Stokely's a gift that just keeps on giving.
This is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you do it.
Yeah, this is how you do this. I will have to say I would have much preferred to see some Rascals in this match because they did pop out in Collision. Only 3 of them.
Yeah. I mean, we said last week all 4 were signed, and that was true. And 3 are still part of.
It was true until
AEW.
It wasn't.
Yes.
I mean, so, in a sharp turn, very sharp turn, Jamie.
So the word around the campfire, obviously Trey Miguel got released out of his contract. And he's taking a leave of absence from wrestling. It was out of Tony Khan's hands. So when it's out of Tony Khan's hands, that means it's only one other person, and that's Warner Brothers Discovery.
The network.
Network says they don't like him for a tweet from 2020.
Here's the thing. They said a tweet. There is a bunch of different tweets you could put into that a tweet there. He had some very stark opinions about several things. I don't remember which one was in 2020, though. Not going to lie. Is that the homophobic one, or was that the...
the homophobic one, which also screwed Jay Briscoe.
I think there was anti-Semitic tweets as well when he got into a David Starr.
He did.
Back in 2020.
Right. That's why I say a tweet.
Which even one? David Starr came out and said, like, you shouldn't hold that against him. Like, I don't know. It's weird that the network would be aware enough to pull the plug on. Like, he's been in TNA. Wasn't he in NXT for a while between then and now as well?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Well, they're so intertwined now. It's hard to tell.
It's just real weird that like the network would step in. Even the Briscoes had bigger name value than the Rascals do when they came in. And so that one, like, I kind of got from the network's perspective, even though Mark and Jay Briscoe both had done the work to say, hey, we were absolutely wrong. We said some dumb shit. We've learned from it. We've grown from it. Here's why we were wrong. All that good stuff. It seems really weird that the network knew enough about Trey Miguel making tweets 5 or 6 years ago that they instantly were like, absolutely not. Now, I have not seen the tweets in question, but it seems to have not come up with him working on TV for other companies and stuff. It's a weird time, man.
I mean, I don't want to degrade or belittle or overlook stupid, dumb, hateful shit that's said by somebody online, right?
Absolutely.
I also don't think that should be a permanent, anchor around your neck, if you continue in that pattern, and we know some who have very, very blatantly continued that pattern. That's one thing, right? If you did something a few times in the distant past and you've come away from it, I believe in a second chance. I gave Tessa Blanchard a second chance, for God's sake, right? She proved me wrong. Good for you. But I don't know. And maybe he's never fessed up for it. Maybe he's never owned up for it. Maybe they just have a hard line in the sand. I don't know.
He posted a big apology just recently, because of everything. But I don't know. I guess it's because I'm an old head. Like, you forgive. I mean, especially if they've done the work. And by all, I mean, everybody within AEW loves him, like the people who've worked with him and everything like that, and they have no problems with him. They try to vouch for him, and Tony tried to vouch for him, and I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't want to dismiss the hate, because obviously, like, that'll get us absolutely crucified, and I'm not that kind of person. But I've said some outlandish shit before in my day, and I've apologized for it. Hell, I've said outlandish shit on this show. Like, maybe not to that level, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, sometimes people just want the attention, good or bad. Like, attention's attention, and I don't know. I can't say what he was thinking in the moment, but he's like, it's one of those things. He's so damn talented, like, you go back to that.
He's so good.
But NFL allows that shit. Like, if that were the case, Tyreek Hill would not have a job. Like, let's be real.
True.
So 5 or 6 years ago, whenever these tweets happened, he would have been in his mid-20s, and men in their mid-20s are often stupid.
Young, dumb,
and there is a difference between sincerely held hateful beliefs and saying some stupid shit trying to be edgy, which was probably what was going on. And again, like, I understand it's kind of a time where people are really sensitive to stuff like that. It's just real weird for someone that's this relatively obscure, even as far as pro wrestling goes, for that to be a big enough deal for the network to step in. Like, I know the Turner networks, they show plenty of Mark Wahlberg movies, and he did a literal hate crime back in the day. Like, where's the consistency?
and I think that's the big thing from the AEW standpoint.
Yeah.
They hire all these people who've done some terrible, shady shit in their day, like, but it's fine, I guess, if you're an actor, but heaven forbid if you're a wrestler. It's like, come on, man.
I don't think it's the end of the story, Trey Miguel and potentially AEW. I mean, I really don't. This isn't like a Kurt Stallion situation, okay? At least not that I'm aware of.
That's a fucking idiot. That's different.
He deserves where he's gotten in life. Let's be honest.
Again, you mentioned Tessa. Like, completely understandable. Tessa will never show up in AEW because there's a track record there.
Yeah,
a long history of just being a terrible human being. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you mess up once, okay. You mess up twice. You mess up 3 times, no. And then you but again, I'm hopeful that should he need it, Trey Miguel makes his repercussions, does his things, does it all with the right intentions and the right heart, because that's the most important thing, whether he ever shows up on TV or not. But I have a feeling that should the Rascal stick around in here for long enough, I think we could potentially see Trey Miguel down the road. Yeah. Just like how, yes, it was a little bit too little too late, but we eventually did get Mark Briscoe in AEW. I know it was after Jay died, but still. I think there's hope.
I mean, Warner Brothers didn't seem to care when Ric Flair was showing up on AEW.
I mean, he was on the plane ride from hell.
He was probably the demon overlord of the plane ride from hell.
Exactly.
From the story.
Let's be real. I mean, that man was so coked out during that. He 100% was the orchestrator of that sonnet.
Well, yeah, remember him, like if you watched it, he's the one who stripped down and was helicoptering all over the place.
Yep.
Like, the fuck, man.
Oh my god. We should have a special episode one time where we dive like deep into some of these old stories. Because I feel like also, I know that there's the dark side of the ring, everything too, but I feel like some of the younger kids have no idea about some of the actual shit that really happened. You know, some of the stories that became just second nature, known to wrestling marks from the 90s. You know, that's like, oh no, you don't understand. This is what fucking happened.
Well,
you know.
Well, I'll have to do one of these shows, a stash of knowledge, and talk about Sid stabbing Arn with a pair of scissors.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so we already know what this means, but some of you are like, "What the hell are you talking?" You're like, "No, this is good."
Sid stabbed Arn with a pair of scissors, and then showed up multiple times for every nationally televised company for years to come after that. But one guy makes some stupid tweets 5 years ago with no follow up, and that's a line you got to draw.
Yeah.
Stupid
Regardless, rascals
in somebody's wrestling bag. That's fine.
Rascals made a debut last Saturday, so hopefully we get to see him on Dynamite too. You know, there was a Kenny Omega match, gentlemen, and that Kenny Omega it was what did they call it? It was the Battle of Canada in Orlando. Kenny Omega, Josh Alexander. Yep, it was as good as you thought. It was a good match. It was good fun. Kenny Omega, he's all the way back. I'm just gonna say it. He looked fan-fucking-tastic. Physically,
he definitely did not look as bloated. He looked more shredded Julius South, man. Like he was back to being him. Josh Alexander is a hell of a worker, man. He is. Like, no one should ever shit on that man for his work.
No,
because he is it. But just my personality.
I would like to see them occasionally throw Josh Alexander a bone, though. Like, give him the occasional decent win on TV, because I feel like he exclusively loses really good matches with top talent, which no issue in him putting over top talent, but let's get him some wins here and there too to balance it out a little bit.
He's the elite jobber.
Which,
I mean, kind of is, you know.
Great way to make a paycheck. Like, if you want to give me AEW money to go lose to the Kenny Omegas and the Will Ospreys of the world every week, I'm down. I'm signing.
Yeah, brother, we're
on TV every week. I mean, hey, I'll take it. What I was a little taken aback by was after this was a blatant Stash of Knowledge ripoff. Technique by Taz. Could not believe my eyes. I was like, total ripoff of the Stash of Knowledge.
It also just kind of felt out of place on the show.
It's so weird.
Like, it's almost like they are trying as hard as they can to force MJF into every segment they can. They're like, hey, we have not mentioned MJF in 7 fiscal minutes. Let's have Taz break down that shitty armbar he does. I hate the salt of the earth. It's dumb. But
he's got the 2 worst finishers. Because I agree, the Fujiwara armbar is just whatever. It's mid as hell. It's not as bad as a Heat Seeker, but it's pretty damn bad.
Bro, I will never understand your hate for the Heat Seeker.
I think it's a cool move, but it's not a finisher.
It's a pile driver.
It takes too long to set up.
It's a one-winged angel doesn't.
Okay, that's different. That's for showmanship.
That's
it's not the exact same.
Same thing. It is the exact same thing. Wow.
I have to do a baby jump. I have to do a baby jump on the ropes
for extra leverage.
Yes,
dude.
No. You need height.
I hate it. I just hate the Heat Seeker. I mean, obviously, I know that you guys know this. I bet you money you're gonna find a way to work it in your match with Tommy Too Good at HCW when I'm there, just to piss me off, which would be absolutely glorious.
I would, but I do not take butt bumps.
Oh,
I don't do sit out nothing because I'll mess up my lower back. Or else I would totally do that to spite you.
have Tommy do it.
Have Tommy do it.
I've taken the heat seeker. My boy Lipto out in Denver uses that as a finish.
yeah.
I've taken
Yeah,
that.
Lipto, yeah.
but
There you go.
I ain't giving it for sure.
Doesn't do butt bumps.
Doesn't happen.
That should be your next shirt. I don't do Austin Reddick. I don't do butt bumps.
I will flip off the top rope any day of the week. I will not sit down in the ring.
I mean, we got him to die for us every show that we came to.
I do a deceptively high amount of dives.
Yeah, that was it used to be a bit, but it's like you started like really doing dives like all the time. And it's like, wait a minute. But technique by Taz, an inordinate amount of Taz trying to say judo terminology with some you know, like the AWS commercial during football, like zoom in, and it was interesting. You did have your one women's match of the night after this. Okay, there was a lot of women's segments, so I'm not going to continuously dog them for having a single women's match, especially now since we have a full tag team division. That's what this was here. Megan Bayne and the returning Penelope Ford versus Penelope versus the timeless love bombs of Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa with Luther. They are infinitely better with Luther. Fight me on that. I don't care.
And we saw Mina almost die at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, dude, she overthrew her so bad, and Toni tried her best to try to catch her.
That is not on Megan Bayne. That is on Toni Storm.
Was it? Okay.
You have to find the person. Like, you got to watch them come in, and you got to judge that. One big step back, and it would have been fine. Now, luckily, it's all padded out there, and she wasn't injured, so it was fine. But that was Toni being a little too close to the ring. That was not
Toni.
Megan
Like instantly went over to check on her, which was great.
Yeah.
Oh well, you know when you mess up. So, this is a fun show. This is a fun match. I thought it was good to see Penelope back. And you guys know where this is going. And I really liked how we finished with Marina Shafir coming out to prevent Toni from going into the ring to make the save. And Megan Bayne, which makes sense because if you're going to advance them up in the division, you got face champions right now. So Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford get the victory, assisted by Marina Shafir.
See, I hated the Marina Shafir assist.
I loved it.
And this goes back to my
why?
What are they doing? Because Toni Storm and Marina Shafir have just been like casually fighting each other for like 3 months with no real purpose anymore. It never ends. And also the Death Riders were faces earlier against the Don Callis family. Like, big pop for her coming out and fighting Lance Archer, which I enjoyed. But then she's out here costing Toni the match again. It just, why? Explain to me, not y'all, but like the show.
No, I want Jamie to explain it to you. Let's go, Jamie.
Or Jamie, if you want to take a step, why are they still fighting? Like,
okay,
we've seen them wrestle a dozen times now.
Well, I had that same question. I asked Tony Khan right before we got on the show. Because he's a big fan of the show.
That's why you're a little behind. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, the big thing is they want to do a big blow off between Marina and Toni in order to get Marina actually elevated as a true singles competitor, because she has been working hard and they've been really working on her image as a heel and everything like that. And I think they think, and I believe this as well, that Toni is a great catalyst to get her up into the main scene. So they are going to do the taped hands with the
Taipei death match.
Taipei death match. That is going to be the big blow off between those two. Calling it now. It's
Didn't
gonna
we
happen
get
in-
like a hardcore match of some sort with Tony and Marina like a few weeks ago?
Yeah, but this is for all the marbles.
What marbles?
Number one contender.
For
Number one contender for the title that your champion Statlander earlier or later in the night straight up said, like, I'll wrestle anyone for this. You just come ask.
Yeah.
or more.
I paid death match for that.
You're going in a good direction there, then you lost me because I mean Marina, if you're elevating her, which I don't disagree with, I think it's a good idea. She's come leaps and bounds, right? You know, no longer do people fall asleep during her matches. TBS title's the title you send her up against.
I think that makes a lot of
And
sense.
you can 50-50 book her and Willow. I think it'd be great. Do it 3 times. Sure. Knock it out. I mean, yeah, let's go.
I have a different perspective on this.
Okay.
All right, give it to us. Let's go.
I think Marina is endlessly wrestling with Tony because Tony's one of the few women that can make Marina look good. Because I think she has been, is, and will probably always be fairly limited as a wrestler. Now, in her role as what she does in the Death Riders, she's phenomenal. Like, I love what they're doing with her. I don't think there's a singles run for her where the product on TV is particularly good.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's what it seems like to me is we want to
with
keep
you.
Marina on TV, but we really can't do anything else with her.
I think the next step in this, and JJ, I want your opinion on this as well. The next step is going to be a trios match because obviously Mega Bay and all them, and then who's going to be the third partner? Who's going to be the third partner for the love bombs? A returning Hikaru Shida. Perfect.
I'm never sad about Shida coming back.
Neither am I.
We need Shida in our life.
I think it's good. I think Austin has a very good point there. I mean, to be fair, Marina's best match, actual match in AEW, not when she's wrestling her husband. God damn it, those moments are fantastic.
Number one contender for the CMLL title, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
In Mexico.
Yep. Him and Claudio. Oh, that's gonna fuck so hard. But her best match was the blood and guts match, you know, because much like we talked about before, you know, and you know, Austin's pulled back the curtain a little bit. You can mask stuff in that type of match, right? With so many people and so many distractions and different things, right? I don't hate the idea of giving her a shot, maybe at Willow, putting that up there. I agree. I think trios is the most likely, Jamie. I also like a curveball being thrown my way too from time to time. What if they beat out Penelope and her and Megan then go on a little tag team thing? Because they were a tag team for the tag team tournament. In Marina's mind, why is Penelope needed? You know what I'm saying? Layers. Strata.
And that goes back to my theory from months ago that Penelope Ford wasn't actually injured. They just thought Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir was a more intimidating tag team, which they are, to be fair.
Well, we will see coming up here. Jay, we talked about Roderick. They did a little promo for Roderick Strong too. That's on this Saturday's Collision, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's going on like right now, I assume. I'm trying to find it.
They're filming it right now. No spoilers, Jamie. He's not for the live audience. You have a CMLL title on Collision. You have 3 titles for next week because you have a tag team title match. FTR and Doyle and Davis. You have the women's championship match, and you have Mark Briscoe defending against El Clone. So for what it's worth, I mean, Tony is putting it out there that filling these couple months here with stakes, you know? So I am all for that. I mean, if you're going to have our good friend Walter's favorite move, the flying nothing of booking, might as well have some titles on the belt while you do it, on the line while you do it. And maybe you change a couple here and there, you know?
Yeah, I forgot to mention this when we talked about the FTR match, but with them in just all plain black gear tonight, Cash Wheeler looked like he should be teaming with Davis and Doyle. Like he looked like the third Triple D brother.
He's their third 12-sided die. D&D boys.
Main event time, gentlemen.
Good name. I like the name.
Swerve Strickland, Kevin Knight. Let's go. I mean, as much as I want to side with you on that street fight, Jamie, I don't know. I love Swerve. I love how he's bulked up and added another dimension. And to everybody's point, Kevin Knight, the meteoric rise last year, his performance in the Continental. I mean, this match was just fantastic from the jump. I loved every second of it.
Yeah, this match was outstanding. I wish it had stakes of some sort.
Same.
It felt like it needed, which is weird to say of a match that lacked almost nothing. Because again, it was a phenomenal match. I enjoyed every second of it. But that was the only thing I could think of watching it was like, I wish this was for something.
Are you guys ready to agree that I'm right about Kevin?
What do you mean?
What about him?
He's going to turn heel very soon.
No, I'm not ready to agree with that.
Dude, he was already acting like a heel in the match. Come on now.
I think that you talk about stakes, right? I think instead of stakes, you could have had moments, right? Remember, Kevin Knight, Jet Speed, Hanger, they just won the Trios Championship this past Saturday. And tonight, you had each member of Jet Speed going up in a high-profile match against potential world championship contenders, you know? Samoa Joe, and then you had Swerve Strickland, and they both lost those matches. Beside the point, they even brought up the seat. It's like they're doing this real slow burn, and I love it. I'm gonna love it that you guys admit that I was right about this because they put it in there back in the backstage because off he goes. That's at the beginning of the show. Off Speedball goes to get ready for his match with Samoa, and then the announcer or the interviewer asks, you know, if Hangman has any advice since he has such a long history with Swerve Strickland for Kevin Knight, you know, or when Kevin Knight asked him, whatever it was, right? And Hanger immediately sidesteps that question, tells him he's going to do great, and he runs off, right? And you could have had Swerve play the other side of that coin in this match, not be quite so friendly like post-match with him and stuff, you know, kind of treat him a little bit more heelishly, right? That's what I feel was the only thing that was missing, Austin.
I don't think Kevin Knight is turning heel.
No, Swerve is.
Swerve is, and I think Hanger might be turning with him.
God.
I don't hate that.
Because again, we've got 2 months till Revolution. If this trios run or whatever's going on with Swerve on the outside, all this leads to Jet Speed versus Swerve and Hanger at Revolution, that match would slap. And I think that'd be some interesting storytelling. Because one thing I noticed, now granted, this could just be a lapse in logic, which happens in pro wrestling all the time, even in AEW. But earlier in the night, you had Samoa Joe with Shibata and Hook, unfortunately, at ringside against Speedball out there all by his lonesome. Where was Hanger? While the ops were cheating their asses off to beat up Speedball the entire time, where was Hanger? And again, could just be a lapse in logic, but like, why wouldn't he be out there to beat Hook's ass and help them out or help Speedball out?
Good point.
And then, like you said, he deflected. Kevin Knight was like, you know, you got any advice for facing Swerve? He's like, you'll do great. I would like to see Swerve and Hanger on a 2-man power trip.
That will eventually blow up in their face. And then,
of course. It has to eventually, but I think you get a nice solid run of them as heels, just beating ass.
And Jamie, you're hell bent on the Kevin Knight heel turn.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like it's a hybrid of what Mr. Austin is saying. I think it is. I do think Swerve is going to turn heel because his music is honestly
Heel.
very heel, and I love it.
That's-
I
So-
think Kevin Knight and him turn heel together.
So then, do you have Kevin Knight and Swerve versus Hanger and Speedball? It's the same match, no matter how we slice this. It's going to be amazing. Okay.
Oh no, give me Hanger and Swerve again. Oh no. What will I ever do?
I mean, so we're all basically showing different shades of gray and how we're getting to this point here.
There are 50.
I mean, yeah, we've got 3 right now. So you guys let us know in the chat, let us know in the comments, let us know on Twitter. Hit us up at Total Spotfest.
What
Give
if
us
they
your
throw a
thoughts.
curveball at us and the only one out of everyone that turns heel is Speedball Mike Bailey?
Even better. Even better.
He's just mad that
Literally
Hanger wouldn't let him
the
call the team
nicest guy on
horsecock,
the
and he just
planet
beats everyone.
I don't. Yeah. Have you ever seen a heel Speedball?
No.
I don't think it exists.
I don't think he could be a heel.
That's too nice.
He's too nuts. That's why it'd be funny though. A heel Speedball managed by Stokely Hathaway.
Oh please. Please. He's like, I don't like you, buddy. I'm gonna get you, friend.
I mean,
Listen up, guy.
we can see. I feel like this is. I don't feel like a lot of this is filler. I feel like a lot of this has purpose. I feel like, especially with Hanger putting together the team on a whim to take the trios titles, right? The omission of him not being there, and the omission of this and that, Swerve's actions. I feel like there are bigger strokes at play with this here. But the underlying story is there's MJF with some random chick watching the whole time.
That is what she's from. Wow.
Is she?
I only know because my wife told me.
Wow.
That is
Wow. I can't do
Gambino from Wow, apparently. The more you know. Gambino.
All right. Name-wise, that fits so perfectly with an MJF character. Let's be honest. Okay.
Oh, Adriana Gambino.
There you go.
Adriana Gambino.
Oh, that's 100%
okay.
her. That is 100% her. Yeah.
Well, all righty then.
You got Heidi coming in clutch.
She knows the WoW roster. I do not.
I mean,
GG's, Heidi.
She knows this wrecking ball girl, pretty well.
Yeah. She came in like a wrecking ball. I remember when I made that meme for her. She almost shit herself. It was so good.
Did y'all ever see like the intro promo they had her cut out in the fucking desert?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I hate about modern society? The excess. It's the least Heidi Howitzer promo.
It's like it was trying to be serious. It's like you're missing her boat, guys.
Yeah. The only thing you got close was the whole like from the wasteland, like part of the character, and you're in the middle of the desert. That's the only thing you got right there. All right. Next week, title shots galore, all sorts of titles. We also got to look ahead next week because a week from Saturday is the Royal Rumble. It is our next chance for any of you little FWO bastards to try and get your grubber little paws on my beautiful gold behind me here. There's been other stuff going on in the world of WWE, and yes, I phrase it like that for a very specific reason. So TNA is now on what you would call a significant cable network.
AMC significant.
Yeah.
AMC counts.
Home of the Walking Dead and its 85 offshoots. So
And Breaking Bad, dude.
And Breaking Bad. Yes, you're not wrong. Better Call Saul. quite a bit more too. Was it Madman? Was it Madman on there?
Yeah, Madman. The
Mad
Preacher.
Men?
I love the Preacher. I don't know if you guys.
Oh,
watched
Preacher
The
was so good.
I never saw. Did y'all ever see Hell on Wheels?
Oh, I love Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels was outstanding.
Hell was one of my favorite shows, and then they killed the fair-haired maiden of the West, and it was okay. And then the last season got good again. But the first couple seasons of Hell on Wheels is just cinematic.
AMC was on a run there for a while. Now this was quite some time ago, but they were something.
They had some really good ones. I love how close to the comics Preacher stayed too. I'm just gonna say that out there. That was the part that got me.
Come on now.
Now that being said, TNA did not have the success, let's say, in their AMC debut that many had hoped for.
173,000 viewers.
I mean,
3,000 people in a 5,000 capacity.
So the live attendance is what it is. There's plenty of weeks where AEW doesn't draw 3,000 viewers.
100% agree. I was glad you brought that up.
So honestly, if you put 3,000 people into a building for pro wrestling,
that's a
win.
Good number of people.
That's good. That's a good house. I don't really follow too much ratings discourse. Apparently, not many people tuned in.
That's the part I was getting at.
That's their bigger problem. Because as I've said in the past, TNA doesn't really have an identity anymore. They are just WWE light now. And the kind of people that are going to tune into TNA probably don't have AMC and aren't rushing out to get it just to watch TNA, to watch NXT Part 2.
Well, the numbers are that Access TV, who they're originally on, was in about half the homes that AMC is. And their number doubled. So it's a wash for them. I will say I watched that first episode, and to say it made sense is a bit of a lie. I mean, you did get to see Cora Jade, cool, I guess. Yeah, or Elena Black. Sorry, Elena Black.
Elena Black.
Yeah. Sonya Deville's character is there for a 6-month contract. That's it. Ash by Elegance was there with Perez Hilton, or the Elegance brand, I should say, who won the championships off of the Inspiration, who are finishing up their obligation.
Is Perez Hilton still a thing?
No.
Apparently, who knows?
I saw that mentioned, and I had not heard the name Perez Hilton in like 15 years.
Nobody has, but that's such a pro wrestling thing, to taking a celebrity who is well past their their use by date and sticking him in front of your TV. Remember old school TNA when they had JWoww and what was the little short chick from the fucking
Snooki?
Snooki. Yeah, it's Snooki and
I was in
JWoww.
attendance for Snooki wrestling at WrestleMania. Snooki was big time for a while there.
Oh yeah,
This was a few years after that, and JWoww is the one that wrestled, not Snooki, and it was not good. It was very bad.
Yeah, so I watched that show. Do they have hope? I don't know. Mike Santana won on the show, and you thought that was a bigger deal, and like the 3,000 were like, yay! Like he didn't get the huge ovation that you would expect, especially because they've tried to build this thing up forever. So I don't know. I know that my understanding is that with the WWE rub that they've been using, like they were expecting much bigger numbers, and they did not accomplish. But we'll see. We'll see.
So, you know what TNA needs to do now that they're on AMC? Get theatrical with it. Get weird with it. Make it more overproduced and like a TV. Just be different. Have weird characters. Have weird special effects and shit. Like, just doing more pro wrestling is not going to help them out.
I'm gonna add that into my little synopsis here. Okay, so a couple things. All right. they have fully bought into being NXT. I mean, there's such an overlap now between the two. You don't know where TNA stops and NXT starts, and vice versa, right? Identity is gone from that. And to your point, Austin, they had that. Like, if you all remember Impact Wrestling during the pandemic, which I know, Jamie, you didn't want to watch a ton of, and I watched the piss out of because it was ridiculous. I mean, you had there was a professional wrestling wedding. It was who was it? It was, I can't remember who it was, in Rosemary, and at the end it ended with someone being sent to hell, and then whoever
the Johnny Bravo guy or whatever.
It was Johnny Bravo. Yeah, thank you there. Yes. Johnny Bravo and Rosemary, begrudgingly marrying Rosemary. He got sent to hell. And during the show, whoever was dressed up as the Pillsbury Doughboy had his head removed, and the show ended with I can't remember who it was. He was the guy who used to be in he was in ECW original, and they kept going on about it. But no, he grabs the decapitated head of the Pillsbury Doughboy, is crying no as they're going off air to nobody in the. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. It was stupid, and it was glorious because of that. Because they leaned into that what they had in the old TNA, right? They had just random shit they do sometimes for no reason, and it was fantastic, right? They've lost all that identity. The whole moving back to TNA was the name TNA was supposed to bring back the magic, right? Supposed to bring back that old feel, right? And all they did was just change their name. That was it. And then, of course, the whole WWE thing happened, right? And it feels like a more worsely produced version of NXT. Okay. And I say that in the best way possible because there is no special feel to it. Yes, the ratings were not good from WWE standards. I mean, they're about what they were before. Like Jamie said, just double the households because the double households carry it. So simple math, it's pretty much the same thing. And there's not that pop, there's not that feel with it. And even the people they have in it mostly are people who are moonlighting from their time away after being released from NXT or WWE, and they're still showing up. I mean, the inspiration was on fucking NXT the next night, for God's sake.
Yeah, I didn't see NXT, but I saw on Reddit someone mentioning there was like a 3-way women's tag for a #1 knockouts tag division title shot. And I thought they had stopped doing the going over and stealing TNA titles like 6 months ago.
No.
Like, wasn't there a big TNA invaded NXT and then they got the title back and then there's
an invasion every other month, one way or the other. Just merge them together, get it over with. At this point, I'm calling the old.
They got their own TV deal.
I'm calling Old Yellow. I'm calling Old Yeller on this. I'm like, just do it. Just get it out of its misery.
What could have been? Like I said, just get weird with it. Don't just be another pro wrestling show. There is like 12 hours plus of pro wrestling on that's much better every week. I want to see him just like have weird, like do one episode that's just animated for no reason. It's just like the regular TNA show, but it's just all animated that week. Like just make it weird. And I would tune in all the time. Just do strange shit and you'll be entertaining. Don't just do more wrestling because there's plenty of that and it's much better elsewhere.
Impact used to do that. So you remember when they did those little skits? It was on the WWE Network offshoot, but it was like the what was it? The Southern
Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
So
yes.
Impact is pre-change name change back to TNA. Impact Wrestling did that 2 years in a row. An actual show where they converted into basically Southpaw Wrestling.
It was good. I saw those.
They were amazing. That's why I said the problem is, and stop me if I said it before, but see, TNA, they had a real shot to be a unique player in the wrestling world. And they whiffed at that curveball that was thrown to them to try and actually compete against WWE when they were the only show in town, right? They moved to Monday. They do the whole Hulk Hogan thing. They get rid of the six-sided ring, and they lost all identity and uniqueness.
Yeah, they got something going, and they're like, well, we've got some buzz. Let's just try and be just like WWE. And immediately everyone started tuning out because you're never going to be WWE.
They never, if they would have just said, cool, we can make this thing really profitable and be our own little thing on the side. They probably would be kicking around. I don't know if AEW would be here. Shit.
It's fair.
Yeah. AEW definitely filled in a gap TNA left. They never could capitalize on it.
Mm-hmm. All right, boys. Anything else you want to get to wrestling wise?
Speaking tangentially on XWE folks doing things, we had one Bishop Dyer, formerly known as Baron Corbin, on the pre-show match at AEW tonight.
He's been doing MLW.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, him and Dijak are tag champs over there. Yeah.
I still love Baron Corbin. He's a Kansas City boy too.
I always liked Baron Corbin. I think he kind of got a raw deal as far as booking went because they never really took him seriously. But his original NXT run and then when he went back to NXT before getting released were both great.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys don't like the sad Corbin?
I enjoyed the sad Corbin
parts of it.
My only problem was they ripped that off from me because I booked that at Rocky Mountain Pro 2 years beforehand.
Oh,
where we had a guy go on a 6-month run as our secondary champion, got trucked in 30 seconds and lost the belt, and then for like 3 months was like just showing up in sweatpants. He would just be like in a tag match eating a Snickers on the apron, not paying attention and stuff, and it was hilarious. And they ripped that shit.
That's awesome.
So straight from you. I would like to see. I like to see Corbin get a little shot. I mean, I don't know if you need him in AEW, but it's good to see him at least on the pre-show.
I was talking to the wife earlier because we saw that mention that he was on the pre-show. I would like to see Corbin show up in the Don Callis family, but week to week you only get him or Lance Archer, and they never acknowledge why they're never both there at the same time.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be so good.
He comes out to the Everybody Dies theme too. It's just they just swap him out on any given week, but never acknowledge it. It would be the funniest bit ever.
Both of them probably be down for that too.
It would be hilarious.
They would be so down for that. That'd be amazing.
They go sell it. They're like, why do we never see you and Lance Archer in the same room? Who?
And then out of nowhere, 1 week you have Dijak come out instead of either one of them. Just once. And then he's never seen from again.
It's like you do a trios match and you just announce him as the Don Callis family, so you never say Dijak's name, but he's just there in the match on the apron, and then you just don't see him again.
And nobody ever acknowledges it. Wasn't that Dijak? Lance Archer? What are you talking about?
So,
all right, boy.
I do have one question.
Oh, you do? Please,
you guys see this? Gunther versus AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. If Gunther wins, AJ retires.
I did see that.
Is the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia going to be AJ Styles' last match?
I hope. I don't want to say yes, but it's hard for me to. I don't know.
I'm leaning no. I think the possibility's there because it's WWE and that's totally something they would do, is just in the course of 6 weeks, just be like, oh, here's a quick story, just write AJ off into the sunset. But I'm probably going to pick AJ to win that match at the Rumble.
I do know, Jamie, that AJ has long said that because this is the last year of his contract, this is as much as he wants to wrestle into. Like, he's looking to move he said his kids are getting old enough. He wants to be there for them and not traveling, and he wants to move into more backstage production role. So I think very well could be, which is a shame.
His contract expires at the end of the year.
Right.
It's like October, November, I think, somewhere in
I
there.
thought I saw it was February.
I thought I saw October, November because they're of time at it.
Maybe. I think this gets extended to him getting sent off at Mania, but that might just be wishful thinking.
Yeah,
very well could be.
I'm nervous just because it's AJ Styles, man.
Oh God.
And you're gonna have the same guy who ended Cena and the worst retirement run of all time. I'm gonna say that without hesitation. But you're gonna have him. This is gonna sound so bad, but I don't care. You're going
you
to
already,
have.
you already started. You gotta go now, man.
You're gonna have Gunther be an icon in the United States for his career, not the United States.
In Saudi Arabia.
I hate that. I hate it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm picking AJ to win. I'm not gonna puss out either. Just for the record, boys.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like such a waste just to kind of cut this off the very little build right here. But I mean, they did the AJ Cena match in the fall, and maybe they're looking at it like that was AJ's real swan song, and this is just to wrap some things up. But I'm gonna hold out hope that this is not it for AJ Styles.
To be fair, that did kind of feel like a final. I mean, Cena even had the surprise like ring announcement for him, acknowledging TNA, Bullet Club, all that stuff, right? Plus, he wore the same, well, a new version of the same outfit he wore for the very first episode of TNA. We'll see. I hope not, but I mean, it does sound very WWE to do that. Let's be honest.
I feel like half the stuff they do, they're sitting in a booking booking meeting. Someone throws out a random idea, and they're just like, "Let's run with this immediately for like 2 weeks, and then we'll forget about it."
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk more about this in the coming weeks here. Like I said, we have a week from Saturday is Royal Rumble, so we'll do a little talk preview for it next week. What are you doing, Jamie? Are you scratching your face with your microphone?
No. I do this all the time. Have you not noticed that?
I do. I have not noticed you do that. I know you get close to it a lot, but I don't know you actually.
I do. Actually, I'm usually like right here, but every now and again, like when I'm really in, I get.
I don't know. I got too much hair to make that work. I don't know what that would feel like.
Yeah, I get like a hair stuck in there or something. That would be a good time.
I know. Every once in a while, I do get a hair stuck in here. I'll get like a little thing, and I gotta like pull it out and do the thing, So
I don't get that problem.
We'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen. Same bad time, same bad channel. We will talk more about title changes, preview the Royal Rumble, and talk a little smack. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Again, if it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you know when we go live. Check our replays out. We went live last week for Fountain City Pro. We do it on occasion every here and there. And give us a big thumbs up. Follow us on them internets at Total Spotfest. Damn it, I got to get used to this. This is still throwing me off. Jamie, take us home, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down at Total Spotfest, I got 5 words for you.
252.
Hook sucks. And 10 days.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Later.